Welcome to the episode, folks. Oh.
Just a few more dollars.
Here we have a door assembly. This is the left one. I've put these in, as you can see. And this locks it, so that's all working great. Windows in, call it window regulator. It's the drive that goes up and down nicely. I've got the stay in here. This is slightly different. This has got a web here compared to the other one, and it's set up slightly different here. But that's okay. So we have to modify that channel up in there. So I've got the channel in, but I haven't got the Bailey channel in. The felt channel that goes in there. And the clips decide to, the tabs on them too brittle and broke. And so I'll put the scraper in. Thought it was a German scraper. Well, it looks like it's an inferior quality problem. If it's not up to scratch, I bite the bullet and I'm going to buy the V-Wib ones from Deutschland, Germany, you know. Come together good. So what we're going to do is go outside and I'll show the quarter vent window. Got a slot in here. I'll show you what I have to do with it. I've already completed one. This is the driver's side. Can't remember which seal I had out. Oh, this one requires a rivet. See there, a rivet and a nylon washer, and then that's complete. Have it fully pulled apart, cleaned, framed. Frame is painted black in a really good black. Everything's pickled. Quality. Beep, beep. Gonna take a break, mate. Take a break, a well-earned rest. Get myself a bad boy. Frothy. Right near Amazon. How about that bad boy? Jeez. Well, I've got a coffee to recover. Hey? Hey, Goose. Oh, what a great place here. I love it. Take a break. This is the left-hand quarter vent window. Now, the only thing wrong with this one, I had to really clean it up, sorry, is that one of the rivets was out up the top here. The seal was in. That rivet, the pivot rivet's good, but the frame, I only had 2 frames out of 8 that were any good. I've pickled this with a finger file and a Dremel. That's what I had to do. I had to tape it all up. That's already dries so quick, this paint. It really goes rock hard. It's quality. Happy with that. This one's got a good rivet in it. So I've got to order one little rivet and one little screw here and one little screw there. They're available. Everything's available. I could make my own, but it's time. You know what I mean, folks? Push for time. The weather turned sharply and it just rained for 3 or 4 hours, which we haven't had rain for a week, so God bless it. This is the wiring harness I picked up Saltburn by the Sea. It was just in a bag in this guy's shed and he didn't even know what he had. But after I cleaned it up, it is mint. I've just taped these up because I'm going to slide it through and then I'll untape it. That's where it goes in the regulator under the seat. And I pulled the grommets off. It's got a big one and a small one, and it's in so good condition. So this is the back. I think that's a diagnostic port. Just leave it on. Generator, taillights. Anyway, so I'm going to slide it through and up and down Dale and under the carpet. The upholsterer, he left the carpet ajar, so I can slide it in. So this is where we put it in, if you want to have a look. I don't know how we're going to get it through. It's got the foam in there. That's the traces of the foam. They put foam up in here for sound deadening, waterproofing and dust proofing, so you don't have spider and ants and, that's what I think, going through into the headlining and having a nest. So I have to put this through the old foam and I'll work it out. Do it off camera. Moreton Bay working hard. Actually, really good progress. I'm going to put some special fire resistant tape on that little crack there, wiring there. And as you can see here, I think this is a diagnostic plug, and that one goes there. See there? Telltale signs. It's got some clips here, and the wiring goes through there. So I'm going to put the wiring behind the tarboard. I'm putting tarboard in there. It's going to have a clean look. All the wiring is going to go behind the tarboard. I think originally it does, but it's hard to say, you know. By the time you got the engine in there, it's hard to see. I had a look on the line, mate, on the fishing line, or on the line, and had a look at pictures. Pictures tell me jack nothing, my boys. Jack nothing. Of course, I bought some new seals. I bought them about 1.5 years ago. This is called the engine compartment seal, and that tapered flap goes in there. And I've slid that in from one side to the other. I just sprayed a bit of WD on it. Got it in there. You have to use your mutton muscles, mate. And Gino done it. And then this larger seal, this is a brand new one. But I think this tarboard, I think this is for the earlier model. Comes out too far. I don't think it goes there, does it? It's got that flap there like that, so there's no way. So I'm gonna trim that, trim it off, have the wires all behind there. They clip on there, and the wires go in behind there, and they tuck in like that. And in this corner, if you want to have a look, in this corner there's an earth prong. See, it used to have one over here, just there, so that earth wire goes on there for the tail lights, right? I replaced this, so I'm gonna either pot rivet one or weld one on. Looking good, mate, smashing. We're kicking it really hard together. I'm concentrating for the first time in my life.
Feel everything, yeah, everything, yeah. Everything, yeah, everything, yeah.
Oaks, Volkswagen Käfer. So the Beetle, right, the wiring, I've fed it in from the back, and to do that you disconnect the fuse box. There's about 4 or 5 wires, maybe even 6 wires. You disconnect it from the fuse box, and then you tape all the wires up, and then you feed it through. So you come through here, fed it up through here, in here, right. So it comes down the back here through this hole. I got the bung there. I pulled the bung out to get it through. I couldn't pull the bung out in through there, so I pulled it right out. And I fed it under the wire, and this is where it goes to the voltage regulator. It goes under here, and this little groove goes under the carpet there. You don't see it, right? Goes right through. It goes up the wall here. See there, up there. Geez, it's in good nick, this wiring loom. And then it comes out here. And there, that's with the fuse box disconnected. I took about 10 photos so I get my wires. I know my wires already, but just helps if you've got something up your sleeve. And that's going to run across there. It's going to run across there, and the fuse box in there. Big earth pod there. See, I think it goes on there like that. Goes up here somewhere. Goes in there, and it's a beautiful looking wire. Don't worry, I'll get it nice looking. We've got a champion on board here, mate. Champignone, they call him. Champignone, meaning like number 1. So when this wiring harness comes through here, this is the opening for the fuse box, and you think, oh, there mightn't be many wires. Well, this is what you disconnect to get it through the body. Right, all that. But I cleaned everyone. I cleaned most of the terminals except the fuse box. I've got to give them a tuck up. See there? I dipped them in acid actually. I wired them, dipped in acid, and then I nailed them. And that'll all go in there. I'll show you the fuses there. Well, there's a few there. I've got some more. There's the fuses. And that sits down in there like that. Or does it go that way? I think it goes that way. Anyway. I'll get that right. spaghetti. It looks a mess, but we're going to get it cracking. So just going down the garage to get the tyres pulled off so we can get all 5 wheels blasted. And I wanted to address the powder coating issue, and I said how I don't like it. What it is, a powder coating becomes, it's like stove enamel. It's very durable and hard, but if you have sharp edges anywhere, right, it's the first to go, and then the powder coating can lift off, so it's bad news. Thanks for watching the episode, folks. Killer.